Good morning, everyone. It's been a while since I posted a video about AVN Mex Jeep. This is my 2018. I did post a video of it initially when I first got it. On it, it's got the Bestop fabric doors. They're in the twill, and that's the one thing I really wanted to post this video on and show is there's not a lot of videos on YouTube regarding these doors. I have mine on. I did have a pretty good rainstorm last night. I had no leaks, but there are lots of gaps and openings in these doors. However, I wouldn't try crossing a river with them on and expect no water to come in, but they did manage to keep the rain out last night. We got a pretty good rain. Next time it rains, I'll try to film it. So anyways, as you can see, the doors, they kind of line up a little bit. I still got some little fit and finish stuff I have to do on them to get them to match up a little bit better, but for the most part, everything works the way they should. The biggest thing with these doors is when you buy them, they absolutely will not fit your vehicle as they come out of the box. You have to put them together and you have to get them adjusted to fit your vehicle. The biggest thing of note is with doors, what I did was I put on the bottom lower door first, as you can see, and then I went ahead and I attached the door handle, which you can see here. It comes with a little spacer. When you get on into here, there's a little strap. Basically, the strap goes on these two bolts here, but these bolts here are adjusting bolts. With those, they adjust the door up and down. That allows the door to actually fit your vehicle. Once you get the doors adjusted, the lower part adjusted, and it swings and it closes properly, and it actually, you have to give it a good push. Once you get it to where it actually closes and locks properly, then you put the top on. You adjust the height of the top with these collars. What I do is I put it on, I open the window, I closed the door, and I pushed up on the top until it sealed along the top edge and wouldn't go up any farther. Then I reached inside using the Allen wrench and tightened the collars. So then I had my height set. Once my height was set, which in this one it's actually a little bit of a gap there, these pieces are really long. Basically I cut them. I'm going to get some small dowels, glue some small dowels into this side, and then I'm going to go ahead and once I get them sized properly, I'll push them into the lower part, and this way they'll fit together and they'll actually provide a better seal. But once inside the vehicle, let's see, there are some gaps. You can see light through there as we go all the way up over the top. No light through there. However, in the back, you can see there's some light there, a little bit of light there. And as we get to the bottom, this is where you're going to see lots and lots of light shining through, right through there in the front, and really all along that door edge. Like the door is almost a 1/4 inch too high. That can be adjusted by adjusting this fabric. So the little seal, you can adjust this fabric here and get the seal to actually sit down more on the vehicle, and that'll help seal a little bit. To be honest, driving in the rain with this right here didn't bother me at all. No water came through there, didn't have any issues whatsoever. I will say another thing about these doors is the top. When you get up to speed and you get to driving at about 70 miles an hour on the freeway, they start to do this number. That's because the wind on the outside is actually causing the top, like an airplane that has a that has a shape to it, causes it to lift and pull away from the vehicle. My fix for that has been this right here. Basically what I did is I took my sunshade, I connected a bungee cord, I did the same on the other side, and what that does is two things. One, my door doesn't flop in the wind because this strap here does not keep the door from staying closed. So now my door pretty much stays shut. I open my door, and the bungee cord causes the door to shut on its own, so it doesn't blow away in the wind or stay open. The other thing is with that is I don't need this anymore. The problem is if you pull too hard on this, it's going to cause these little clips here to pop off. And you're going to end up with these things breaking loose, and then the door is going to come apart. The good news is I'd rather these clips pop off than it pull my zippers out. Basically with this closed, it causes the window to stay in, and I have no problems on the freeway or on the highway. I'm going to show you the back doors. And like I said, I can open it up far enough that I can get in and out without any problems. There's no reason for me to go beyond this. I mean, I don't need the door to swing all the way open. So there's that there. So, and as you can see, it closes with a push. Now the back door here, unfortunately, I over pushed it and my little bungee cord had snapped off the little straps right there, and that caused a little bit of a problem. Did the same thing adjusting the back doors, put them on, put the put the door handle in place. Once the door handle is in place, you're going to go ahead and adjust these adjusting screws here. That'll get your lower half adjusted. Once your lower half is adjusted, then you'll go ahead and put the top on, push up on it like I demonstrated earlier, I said earlier, and then tighten up your locking collars here, and that gets your height for your door. And then same thing, you'll have to cut these and then match these guys up and put a little dowel in there. Now the strap is way too short. With the strap on, the door only opens about this far. It will not open any farther. So there's no strap on this, hence the bungee cords help. But I have to repair this because I overextended them and I ended up popping the little plastic ends off of these things. Same thing with these doors. There's daylight all over the place on these doors. These are not going to be your winter snow doors per se, but for 3 seasons and for here in Indiana when it rains constantly, we get sunny days and rainy days. It kind of sucks driving around without my doors on. So I like to have the doors, and these doors are nice because they fit in the back of my Jeep really well. As you see, they close just fine. Basically what I do is I take my doors and I have a Tuffy box here, and with that Tuffy box all the doors fit, all 4 of them stack up inside there, and I'm able to lock it. I'm able to close this even if my doors are not on. And it's funny because when I don't have my doors on, I'll do this. I'll go ahead and lock my vehicle, and everyone's like, why are you locking your truck, bro? You got no doors on. They don't realize that I have a box back here and now this thing's locked and they can't get into it. And the best part is there's no way to open that box from inside the vehicle unless they have a blowtorch or a hammer. You can see with this door closed, you can see right here, you can see inside the vehicle, inside there. So that's all things you want to watch out for. Well, again, rain will eventually get in here. Jeeps leak anyways. I have floor mats that drain, so I'm not too worried about it. This one here, it's got the same bungee cord here, so the door shuts just fine. And then you just push it to shut it. I do lock my doors whenever I leave my vehicle, only because these little hinges, let me show you. There is absolutely no security on these doors whatsoever. If you have the half doors on, or if you leave any part of the door on the vehicle, the door can merely just be lifted off and they can walk away with it. So you got to make sure you lock the doors every time you park the vehicle. Once the door is locked, and I'll demonstrate that. Once the door is locked, there's no way to get this door off the vehicle, as there's no one, they can't get in the zipper here because I got this bungee cord that prevents anyone from getting in there unless they reach in there and cut it somehow. So that right there keeps the zipper security. And I'll demonstrate that on this back door. It doesn't have the bungee cord. This back door here doesn't have a bungee cord. So all I do is take my finger, run my finger along, and now I'm inside the Jeep. That's why having the bungee cords is nice. The other thing is once the doors are locked, once the door is locked, can't be opened. It also cannot be opened from this side either. The door is completely secure, and there's no way to unlock this from inside the vehicle. So you have to unlock it from the outside. So if you have passengers, they're not going to be locked in the vehicle. I wouldn't drive through any riot areas anytime soon. Otherwise, they're just going to open the door and reach in and grab you. That probably wouldn't be a good idea. But again, with the doors unlocked, all you have to do is just lift up and the whole door comes right off and you're away with the door. All right, so that's my video on the Bestop fabric doors. Oh, mirrors. Instead of putting a mirror here where you can, there's actually a little spot here to put an old school TJ mirror. What I've done is I've gone with the, I think it's DG or DV8 window mount. I mean, with the pod mount, and with that pod mount, there's a hole there, and I've added some rigid mirrors on there, the light mirrors, and a little expensive, but they work really well. And with the doors off, they're awesome. With the doors on, I can only see about that much of the mirror, but if I lean over a little bit, I get to see the full mirror. So it works out really good. So like I said, it's a pretty awesome deal. Works good. They are expensive. I think they're way more expensive than what they need to be. Probably they're $699 for these doors. I'd say they're probably worth maybe about $400. Anyways, have a good day. That's the end of this.